And we're live.
I'm sorry.
Do we hear any echoes? Do we hear any echoes?
I don't.
I do, but I think it's because of my stupid iPad. It won't let me go any lower. It's really frustrating. So I'm going to try to like keep you far away.
Yep, everything just froze for me.
Interesting. I'm gonna mute myself for 1 second. Can you just take a picture like of all of this with me? Because I need to put it on the Instagram.
Okay, so we're here. Okay.
Can you get everything?
Yeah.
I'm gonna put you guys. I
And
have the
this.
takeover for my student org today, so
You
I'm
gotta
gonna
do it
take a
from here so you can see
picture
the
for that.
screens.
No, I know
Instagram
that. I
story.
did. Go and get like extra views. Previews.
You see? Oh, and I get all this.
There's number one. I mean, it's the same one.
Okay. Good job.
You can just zoom in, like.
And
If you
is
really
it
want
any better?
to zoom in, you see that.
Well, get it. Do it again, but try not to get my arm in the way. Do it like this, but try not to get my arm in the way.
Okay.
Kayla's being a photographer for me at the moment since all of my devices are currently occupied.
3, 2, 1. Wait a minute.
I'm going to disappear
I love
for
how I
one
can
sec.
see Caleb
For
in
like
one
a hot
frame.
sec.
3, 2,
Uh,
1.
You see?
It was a step.
okay, so that's,
Hold on, but she's not
that's
in the
where I wanted to.
Yeah, what you were doing right there.
We're trying to do too many
We'll try
things at
again
once,
later.
is what
Go
it
for it.
is.
Do some work. Let's get it done.
Alyssa is very
Okay.
laggy
Oh,
from
yeah.
Daddy. Is that a?
Sorry for the delay. Sorry for the delay. This was our. Is this officially our first time streaming to YouTube and Twitch at the same time?
I think so. Because I've never had to figure this out before.
So yeah, so now for those of y'all that are gonna watch this later on, we are streaming live on YouTube and Twitch here on out because we just want to create all the technical difficulties for ourselves.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, like, today was busy, Debbie. I had so many things to do.
I was just checking
I've had
Twitch
my-
and it's running well over there. I like when things come together.
It is good, except for when I can't seem to get you to not echo at me. It's really annoying. Anyway, it's fine. We'll figure it out one of these days.
I didn't hear any of that.
What, the echo?
All right.
Or me?
I didn't hear you talking, but now I heard the echo. Yeah. Did you? I don't. My headphones are plugged into the Twitch one.
I think I may have to plug into Twitch. That might be the only way I can do this. Can you hear me?
Bear with us,
Yeah, I
folks.
can-
We're getting it together. We're getting it together.
We really tried to get it together before start time.
Is that better? Should we talk to make sure we're good with the no echoes? Any echoes? Testing, testing. I can hear you.
I can hear you. I just heard myself.
But there's feedback. It's feedback when Emma spoke. And now I just heard myself. It's a grand old time.
Can't we
I
just
don't
upload?
know.
Can't we just upload it to Twitch later? I can hear everyone. I can hear myself talk. I hate it.
Emma's like, I hate it here.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it like here, but I just hate hearing myself.
That's so funny. The look on your face.
Now I can't hear Alyssa.
Can you hear me now?
Can
I
we
can
not
hear
can we like upload to Twitch later, or do we have to be live on Twitch?
live on Twitch.
That's a scam.
It is a
Well,
scam.
it's a streaming platform.
Well, that's dumb.
YouTube is not really a streaming platform, not a live streaming platform, but Twitch is. So it makes sense.
We're just cheap and don't want to pay for the ability to stream through one platform.
Hey, when this thing starts making us money, then we can pay for things, folks.
I was about to say.
Are we ready? Are we good?
Yeah, we could be ready.
I have to
We are
make sure
something.
that I'm interacting with this camera here as well. Hello.
I don't know what I'm
I'm
doing.
just like slightly
Laptop
off.
Hello.
Hello. All right. who's
Camera
excited?
what? Camera
I'm
two.
excited, guys.
I really liked this book. Do you
I liked it better than.
because your lighting on the Twitch camera is so much brighter. I thought you had a different cover, Emma. I was like, oh my God, what cover is that?
No. But if I go like this,
Oh.
I'm not overexposed. But no. I finished this earlier today. I gave it 5 stars. I like it way better than Daisy Jones and the Six. That's my hot take for
Thank
today.
you. My hot take is I don't think Daisy Jones is as great as you all said it was. It's not bad. It's not as
My
great as
hot
everyone
take
says it was.
is- I love Daisy Jones. I read it 3 times.
I know you
hot
loved
take
it.
Is I don't want people to compare these books. Daisy Jones, and the only thing that's similar is the fact that there's music involved and the format is interview style, but the stories are very different. And I'm afraid
Yes.
that people are gonna say, "Oh, well, I already read Daisy Jones, so I don't need to read this." They are not the same. So I hope
Oh,
people
no.
are not conflating the two because they're very different stories. And this was fantastic, and I will read this again.
I feel like if you want something that's like more gritty and like fun and based on the band experience, read Daisy Jones. But if you want something that's more like socially like aware and you want something that's more like not important, but like kind of more important, not more important, but like has more of important like of a message. It's more serious. Read this.
Yeah.
I just thought that
because
like I don't think that Daisy Jones has like momentum. Or I don't know if that makes any sense. It's like I feel like I'm gonna hurt you, Naomi. I just think it's a really well written. I hate that phrase. Bucky ruined it. Anyway, it's a really well written story, but ultimately forgettable in my mind. But this is a really well written story that has a lot of power that I'll never forget. And for me, those are the differences.
Mm-hmm.
I
don't think you could.
Like this has more build up because there's a build up to like the actual event, right? Is that what you're talking about? That build up in this versus like there's no build up to anything in Daisy Jones because it's really like a behind the music, but in book form.
Yeah, and so it's enjoyable, but I don't feel like as much of a connection with it as I do here. Like I'm so like there's so much momentum driving this story, and you get to that second part, which I think, and you're like, I need to know this fallout. Like I need to know what happens, and I never really felt that compulsion reading Daisy Jones. It was just like I'm enjoying this. I think it's unfair to compare them because I just think they're very different kinds of books.
They are.
This is making a statement. It has a lot more behind it, and Daisy Jones is an enjoyable book. Like it is supposed to be an enjoyable book. Yeah. And it was.
Yeah.
Thanks, Debbie.
I'm
a cat.
Meow.
I feel like I connected.
I don't know what camera to look at.
My hair looks better in the Twitch camera. I look like I'm slouching much more in the YouTube, but I connected to this more since it's like close to home in the literal sense. Like I was able to Google where stuff was. The high school she went to is closed now, but it still was able to give me like where it was. So I don't know. I liked that. I just felt like I had more fun with this one and I was more interested. But like they're Daisy Jones and Opal and Nev, they're 2 queens. I won't pit against each other, but I did have more fun hanging out with one than the other.
Mm-hmm.
I know this is not a Daisy Jones chat, but take a second. I just ultimately was waiting for that moment that happens in Evelyn Hugo, where the story just like totally hooks you and she twists it and you're like, yes. And it never came. It just kind of plotted on the same course. And I just didn't feel that way here. I was just like, keep that momentum. That's all I had, was I just wanted to keep going the whole time with Daisy Jones, not Daisy Jones, this one. So I'm kind of glad I don't know if I'm glad I read this first or not, because I feel like it kind of took away from Daisy Jones in some way. Plus all of you guys hyped it up so much that like I was expecting this amazing story.
She's not frozen for me. She was not frozen for me.
Anyway,
She was frozen for me.
I just freeze for you, baby. I'm in a weird mood. I haven't slept properly in many days. No, I don't know what I was saying. Between the hype of Daisy Jones and reading this first, I feel like it did it a disservice. I wish I could have gone in blind when it came out, so I could have a very different perspective on that. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about Opal and Nev.
Right.
Not Miss Daisy.
Opal and Nev. Highly anticipated. I was waiting for this book, what felt like for years. And all I can say is it did not disappoint. It did not disappoint.
Whoop, whoop.
Where shall we start?
Nev is a bitch. I didn't like him by the end.
Well, that's a place.
Nev made me so mad, man.
Yeah, I think he angered a lot of us.
Debbie, I
For
think
sure.
we're all using all the Wi-Fi. If Jesus goes on and plays a video game right now, I think my router will explode.
It's over. Yeah.
Nev is a bitch. Like an absolute bitch.
So disappointing, right?
Yeah. Like what? Why?
I'm trying to
Like
think. He reminded me kind of like, oh my god, I can't remember who he reminds me of. He reminds me of another British character who like was like taking all the fame from something. I can't remember if it was a show, a book, or if I'm making up in my mind. But his characterization feels very familiar, and I can't put my finger on it.
It's just bad.
I was disappointed.
Like,
I thought he was going to be a decent guy. And what was revealed about him as the story went on, it was like, wow, you are an absolute egotistical jerk.
He's a garbage person.
Face.
Garbage person.
And like when he was mad at Opal when she didn't respond to his letters, I was like, oh, you're such a baby. Get over it.
Right. I don't know.
You ruined her shit, and you expect her to be your best friend? I think not.
Well, because he really... I mean, I guess he didn't need her to be famous because he ended up being famous on his own, but he really did need her to get what he wanted. And then he just kind of stomps all over her, really.
Right.
So disappointed in Nev. Absolutely disappointed. But you know who I'm not disappointed in? Virgil.
You know,
hello.
I figured out my dream cast for Virgil. My dream cast is Bob the Drag Queen. I don't know if you guys know who he is. Bob the Drag Queen was...
Let's go there, Emma. Let's go there. I've got a member in my mind too. Let's go there, Emma. Let's do it.
I don't remember what the guy's name is. I'm gonna Google him right now. Hold on. You talk.
Billy Porter.
Oh, Billy Porter. I can also see that. I just thought Bob the Drag Queen because first I thought RuPaul, but I was like, no, not RuPaul. But then I thought Bob.
Billy Porter's good.
Bob the Drag Queen is just so funny.
Billy Porter. I want him to be my friend. I want him to go to brunch with me. I want him to do everything. I love Billy Porter. He kills all the roles. When I was reading Virgil, I was seeing Billy Porter in my brain.
This is who I was thinking of because I don't remember anybody's names because I barely watched the television. I was thinking of Titus Burgess the whole time. The guy from Kimmy Schmidt.
He is funny. I don't see him as that though.
I
I can
just
see
him.
I like how we all had like different men specifically for Virgil.
Right.
Everyone's cast Virgil.
Virgil should get his own book. He was so fun. But I just think of Bob the Drag Queen's TikToks, and he's just, he's so funny. Look him up. I love him so much.
Virgil was a great character.
Mm-hmm.
So loyal. You know, it was a nice friendship, even though.
Okay, come on. Look at this. Like, you can.
What? I mean,
is that not Virgil? That is Virgil.
A little bit. I feel like look up Bob
Porter, man. It's Billy Porter.
Look up Bob the Drag Queen.
This is where we're gonna have a fight. All right, fine.
Let's
Who do you want me to look up?
Bob the Drag Queen. Bob the Drag Queen. Bob. Not Bob the
Stop shooting Bob at me. You just keep shouting Bob.
Okay, that's not the best picture though. Oh my god. There, the one with the zebra. I like that picture. That's a good one.
I like this one. All right, but Billy Porter is a good one too. I think we just have a lot of options for Virgil. I think that. I mean, that's kind of.
But Donnie Walton, if you're listening, if there are
Donnie Walton
someone acquiring this show, this book as a show, just know that Billy Porter is Virgil. I know you see it. I know you see it. I know you see it.
I mean, I would like her to interview all of our ideas.
I mean, it is good. I'm gonna give you that. It's good, Naomi. But
he's perfection. My goodness. He can do no wrong.
He is wonderful.
He is.
Anyway. I did not like that brothers band. They made me so uncomfortable.
Who did? Who would like him? Any of them?
There are people. The person who spray painted Trump on the tree by my walking trail person would.
Okay, but do they read? Probably not. Anyway, when they mentioned in like the little like footnote that Chet Bond like campaigned for Trump, I'm like, I am not ready for that to be literally like an actual like historical point you can base things off of in books. I was like, my god.
Right.
Yeah. Very uncomfortable.
You just knew something bad was going to happen. You just knew, like, okay, now we're in bad company. Like, nothing good is going to come of this. Absolutely nothing.
The scene with the one girl from, I think it was either the girl band or she was like, and Chet, and he came in to like watch her sing.
Uh-huh.
And he like picked her up and like spanked her. I was like, I want to go take a shower right now. That's icky.
Right. Right.
The only thing that I liked about some of that was one, that was very realistic, and two,
that it was.
That they actually addressed it in the end. You know, some of the female artists were like, if that had happened today, I would have said something. Yep. But at the time, it was so commonplace that like it didn't matter that I felt uncomfortable. That's why I like this book so much more than the other one that everyone's going to compare it to, because it really talks about so many issues, like Me Too, race riots, like all kinds of stuff. And I just I like books that have an impact like that. I also like books that are just fun, but you know, it's nice to get some learning out of it, you know?
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
I was so upset when they were blaming the whole Rivington Records like crap on Opal. I'm like, none of that's her fault.
I was reading that. I was like, oh, this is so typical to blame her. Just so typical. Of course you would blame her.
Well, she's got 2 strikes against her, right?
Right.
Poor thing's black and a woman, so we might as well just blame her, because we can't blame anybody else, right?
3 things, and not conventionally beautiful, right?
Oh yeah, that one. That's what she's got. Sorry, I forgot about that one, because that one I forget needs to be even included in a conversation.
Absolutely. But, you know, so 3 strikes right out the gate.
Yeah, this was so beautifully written too. I can't imagine writing a book this good ever in my entire life.
God.
It's so. How many of us started reading this and were like, had to remind ourselves that it was fiction?
Well, when there was the one point when, oh God, when was it? They were talking about like current day like actors like Janelle Monáe, and they like talked about them like giving statements about how Opal affected them. I was like, this feels like it could be real.
Yeah. Yeah.
She did talk about that in the interview with Taylor Jenkins Reid. Like she asked her about, using real places and real people, and because oftentimes they don't, they sort of make up famous people to fill in around the gaps and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really cool that she blended that reality and fantasy so well. Naomi, are you just giving me a death stare, or are you frozen? I'm just getting a death stare in Twitch.
Yeah, Twitch, she's frozen. YouTube.
I can't tell if she's giving me the evil eye or if she's frozen. We're failing at life.
It's our first time. It's fine.
It's all right. We're allowed to be a little sloppy. Oh, she's coming back. She's going to come back.
Sorry, guys. My stream just like blacked out.
It's all right. We couldn't tell if you
We're
were
good.
giving me an angry look or not.
I was like, what's happening?
It's okay.
I missed everything y'all just said in the last 30 seconds.
I just was talking about how we were talking about. I agree, Debbie. I wish I could write a book like this too. How she used like real people in the story and real places and real events and settings, and how that blend of reality and fiction was really helped.
Yeah.
Like immerse you in the story.
Yeah. I agree. This was definitely like a page turner, and I tried very hard to stick with our reading schedule, and I almost made it. I think I stuck with the reading schedule for 2 weeks, so I'm pretty proud of myself.
Same. I did the same thing, and then I said,
was going to give myself a little pat on the back, but then after I hit that 2-week mark, I was like, look, I just can't stop reading because stuff is hitting the fan.
I'm the person who's always behind the reading schedule. Like I
We're
always
not going
finish
to
it.
comment. You finished the book though.
That is my goal every month ever since. What book didn't I finish? I didn't finish Plain Bad Heroines on time. Ever since then, my goal is to just finish the book.
Well, we never read The Octopus Man, so we're all bad.
Shame later. We're gonna talk about that shame at the end. I'm holding off that shame.
Oh, I'm diving right into the shame. Rip it off like a Band-Aid.
All right, let's just take a quick little break from the final revival of Opal Never. I failed. Okay, I only read 33 pages. This was our bonus book for the month.
I read like
Octopus Man
20
by Jasper Gibson.
I didn't order it.
I didn't order it.
And there we go. So anyway, that didn't actually happen, and now I'm moving on.
We will
Back
never.
To Opal and
It doesn't have an audiobook again.
Oh,
this was a weird one.
Because it's only available in like the UK.
Not even. It was only available in Ireland. I was thinking about getting a VPN just so I could do that.
I thought about that too.
I did not.
Forget it. I'll just read it later. But can we talk about the genius and the magic of Opal?
Oh, Opal is like
loved her.
A badass bitch. I loved her.
Loved her.
She was fantastic. I'm trying to post a boomerang of us talking and it's failing.
I was visualizing like Grace Jones in my head in certain parts. I feel slightly obsessed with like I want to see how Donnie Walton sees Opal.
I want
Opal to be real. I legitimately want Opal to be real. Like she needs to be a real human.
Okay.
Oh.
I didn't know who Grace Jones was. I had to Google who she was.
A straight up queen, a legend. A legend. Loved her when I was growing up. And so that's who I kept seeing in my mind.
I don't think I could like think of someone like who could be Opal. I saw Opal as just like the only person I could like cast so clearly was Virgil. I didn't think about casting any other characters because I couldn't like picture them that as well as like a Virgil.
Yeah. I don't think we have anybody current that would be a good Opal. Like, I'm sure there's somebody who could play a good Opal, but I don't think there's anybody that comes to mind like a Grace Jones that just is Opal. Unless I just don't know them yet, which I don't know everybody. So please correct me if I'm wrong, because I want to be. But like, yes, total Grace Jones vibes.
The only other person who, now looking at her, I don't know if she could be Opal, would be like Naomi Campbell.
She's too smooth around the edges
and mean.
Grace Jones was like, and that.
Wait, what did Naomi Campbell do?
She like threw a phone at her assistant and a few other things.
She throws phones at everybody.
I didn't know she threw phones.
Oh, she's saucy.
Yeah. Oh, she has a hissy fit. She's a little
very
she's a little
saucy.
Much. She is something else. But she's beautiful.
Badu could play Opal. She could play
See,
Opal.
but she feels a lot more refined. She could play Opal, but she isn't Opal.
She isn't, but there's still like a grit to her.
Yeah.
She can pull it off. There's a singer, her name is Ndambi. She could play Opal.
How do you spell that?
I've got a few people in mind, but like when I was reading it, my brain just was visualizing Grace Jones.
Grace Jones the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jodie Turner-Smith. Ooh, that one's a good one too.
I don't know who that is.
Look, Google.
Girl? Oh, I think she'd be young Opal. She's younger.
Yeah. Her all pregnant and cute. Oh,
I gotta tell y'all, I'm surprised this has not already been picked up to be adapted for a miniseries or something. I'm very surprised.
Are we sure it hasn't?
I've heard no rumblings. I see nothing on Donnie's IG. People should be fighting over this one to get it adapted.
They could be, and we just don't know.
Debbie, let me tell you something. I'm not going to talk about how disappointed I was with Queen and Slim. And I'm not going to talk about how I look forward to seeing that movie for months. And when I did see it, I was beyond angry.
What is Queen and Slim?
Did you like it, Debbie? Because I was very disappointed. I like those actors, especially the guy, because I think he's fantastic. But that movie as a whole, that's not, no. I thought it was going to be much grittier. It didn't do it for me. Give me your thoughts, Debbie.
I don't
Tell the
know
people
anything.
your thoughts.
I don't know what it's.
And then let you when you're wrong. What is this movie? What is it about?
Just kind of thinking like a modern day Bonnie and Clyde, but they're black.
Okay.
I mean, that's the easiest way to describe. I mean, the ending was sad, but the movie as a whole, I was like, what are we watching here, people? What's happening? What is this really? Yeah, very disappointed. Especially because of how much I love Lena Waithe.
Who's that?
It was like, who are these people?
I'm Googling everybody you say. Oh, okay.
Oh, Emma. Oh, I think I heard thunder.
What did y'all think about, because personally, I just kind of loved her, and I guess because I know many people like that. What did y'all think about Opal's sister?
Oh, all the Jesus.
Uh-huh.
I didn't like all the Jesus,
I
but
love
her
the character.
The character
a
was
character-
great. I just find those I often felt very uncomfortable because I find religion very uncomfortable. But she was a good
she
character.
seemed
though.
like a very nice lady. I didn't like when she made comments about how like Opal dressed or like certain comments she would make about like Opal's lifestyle. I'm just
But like that's kind of par for the course though, because it's all about being modest and godly and blah 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 blah. And so like Opal is the antithesis of that, right? So
yeah, I mean, it's
so of course
very
they're gonna
familiar
have
to me.
yeah.
I mean, like pick an aunt from my childhood, and that's her.
But I did like, what was nice is that she had a good family, even despite like how you might be able to say, oh, your dad was a cheater or whatever. But
oh yes, Debbie.
Yeah, like she actually had a really good support system. Regardless of anything you might think about her, if she was running away, like you could have this whole narrative about Opal, but in reality, Opal had an incredible support system of her own.
That's right.
My brain just broke because I was about to say I was like, but wait, Opal didn't have a dad. I was like, who was her dad? And I was like, oh my god, Emma. I swear I read the book. I swear I did. My brain just short circuited. Oh no.
But yes, Debbie, I like that too. How Opal's sister got on that plane to save her sister.
That's why I did like Pearl.
Yeah.
Oh my god, her name's Pearl. They're both like gem jewels thing.
Did you just have that epiphany?
Little bit, yeah.
Pearl. I do love the name Pearl. Pearl
I
Jewel.
dig Pearl. Yeah.
I think she was a cool character, but like, she was my sister. I might have been like, oh.
But I think like the part that makes me feel so like I have the kind of family where we all have like mostly we don't get along and all that stuff. But if anything happens to you, like they're coming and they're gonna take care of it. Like if anybody crosses you, if anything happens, like you round the wagons up and you like take care of it.
Yeah.
But then when everything's fine, we might all be fighting or whatever. But when push comes to shove, family's family, and that's it.
Right.
So it gave me it reminds me of my little kooky little group of people.
Family's family.
Yep. That's a good song, by the way. Casey Musgraves, Family is Family. You should listen to it, Emma. Just not right now, so we don't get copyright strike.
Yeah, not right now.
I'm not a Casey Musgraves kind of gal.
But you need to listen to the song. It's fantastic.
You know what else I think I loved was how much now I forgot her name. The daughter. What's her name?
Sunny?
Yes. I like how much she was in the story. Versus just being like on the outskirts of someone who was writing a piece about Opal and them. I like that. Not only did she have like a direct connection to Opal, but I like how much she was in the story. I think it made things a little bit more interesting.
And it also showed you how little some things have changed because, she loses her position and all of that. And she's like the first Black woman and all these things. And then you see that coming out in the story she's writing. And it's nothing. How much has really changed? Not very much.
Not very much at all.
While I was reading this, my class came in handy because they put Sunny at the top of the thing, and the company had been struggling. That's called the Glass Cliff, where if the company goes under, they can blame it on her because she's a woman.
Yep.
Bingo.
That's from my psychology class.
Bingo.
We're so easy to blame things on.
I know. Blame it on the woman.
We went out of our comfort zone and it's the woman's fault. So we've got this guy back in here. He's white. He went to Harvard. Everything will be fine.
Right. Exactly.
Everybody relax.
And
I hate the
all those
world.
scenes with Sunny and Opal, like as Opal's revealing more things to her, or like answering some of her questions about her relationship with her dad, it was like, ooh, this is feeling very like, I felt like I don't know if I should be hearing this. It's so private. It was
I
so
like-
ooh, this is a tight situation.
What I liked the best was when Opal was like, she goes to Opal's house and Opal's like, oh, so you're finally going to actually ask me the real questions, because she's so evasive for so long. She's like, good job, girl.
Right.
Let's talk about it now. I'm not just
She's
going to
like,
give
"Yep,
you the
there she
tea.
is."
Like, you need to just
Yeah.
come out and ask me. I'm not doing it without that. And she like let it
Right.
all out.
Yeah. They had good scenes together.
They really
But
did.
it did feel like, ooh, I don't think I'm supposed to be a part of this.
I
Like,
think
we're not
the
supposed to
most
know
like
this.
the scene that I think I enjoyed the most was when they were arguing in the hallway outside of Bob Hayes' apartment or house, whatever.
It got real, didn't it?
Mm-hmm. Hold
It
on.
got real.
I just don't understand why she goes and kisses him at the end. I wish she had punched him in the face or done something else. Like,
I think it was kind of like a kiss goodbye. Like, this is my final act with you. Sayonara. I'm out.
I know,
Yeah.
like it was too good for him.
Yeah.
I think it was more painful for him.
That's true.
It's almost like her walking off, punching him, being angry. It almost like would have satisfied him in some way. But
Yeah.
when she did it, it just kind of left him bewildered. And then
Maybe I can go punch him and that would make me feel better. There we go.
Roger that.
I'll punch him.
Yeah,
I'm
think
choosing
that her
violence
kissing him,
today.
like, jacked him up even more emotionally.
And
I
like,
just
part
can't
of her
imagine
still
going.
like,
Sorry.
it's
Oh,
like
okay.
part of her still like loved like who he used to be. So I feel like that was her like last moment, like kissing the Nev she thought she knew. Goodbye.
Ooh, that's not how I took it. That's interesting because I didn't take it that way.
But the Nev
Because
she knew was a lie.
Exactly. So that was her way of like saying that I'm done. You like she loved him, but she needed to just say, no, you're not who I thought you were. So she just kissed him to get it out and then leave.
I didn't feel like she kissed him to get it out. It felt to me like it was a kiss of finality. Like, okay, now I see who you really are. And I'm kissing what I thought Opal and Neff was. Goodbye. And I'm
exactly. Done. Yeah.
I like that scene. And I also like the way she was describing like how like Opal was like coming up from, the stage, like that whole performance. I was like, I want to see that so badly.
Oh, I wanted to see that performance.
I want to see that so badly. Oh man.
Oh, okay.
Somebody adapt this, please.
They have to be in talks. Like there has to be like discussions happening. There just has to be. And I can't
There
imagine that they
probably
wouldn't be
is.
doing it. Because it's not like anybody in Hollywood has an original story. So why are they not buying this?
Books like Leave the World Behind that was adapted before it was even released.
People don't
I
make no
like
sense.
That book. I'm just saying,
I don't know how it all works.
I don't either. Somebody just please adapt it and do it justice.
And let us go to the premiere.
Whoa! That would be amazing.
Because we're so important.
We are. We're very important readers. And we love this book.
Instead of VIPs, we're VIRs.
There you go.
Very important readers. You can sit us in the back. It's okay.
Anywhere. On the side, in the back, anywhere.
Out of view of anybody important, we're good.
Anywhere. I take it. I don't know. I'm definitely going to read this again. I'm going to read it again. I really enjoyed it. Debut novel, right?
Yeah. another fantastic
incredible.
debut novel of this
Just
year.
incredible.
I can't believe this whole year has been so good so far. I mean, it's only
I
April,
know.
but every debut has been really good that we've read.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Same.
I just can't believe that those biker dudes were able to be that rowdy for that long and that nobody had the balls to stand up to them.
Please add
Yes,
me
you
as
can
a
be our
plus one.
plus one,
Of
Deb.
course, Debbie. I also just realized I didn't take my meds, and that's why I'm very sneezy. So I'll be right back.
But no, like, how did they get to be like that for that long? Like, that nobody
Because they
has
made
the
them money.
balls. No, I mean the front row people, the people that. How did
Because
like?
they were connected to the people that make the money.
I would have
Listen,
like.
doesn't it always come down to money in the end with
That's
almost
true.
everything?
But I loved how the secretary was like, "Oh, if they had just let me do this," and I could see her so perfectly every time she talked.
Yeah.
I was like, "You've got big ass glasses on a chain, and you are
Yes.
chain smoking with some Lee press on nails, and I
Yes.
can see it so clearly."
They just would have let me handle it.
I want to. Can I be that lady? Can I be her? I will chain smoke in your movie, ma'am.
She was a good character too, though.
She was a great character.
Yeah.
Because she saw everything. And
yeah,
I think that honestly, if she was in charge and not the other, like the guys, it probably would have ended up very different and would have been better.
Oh, yeah.
But, you know, that was not the way the times worked.
Right. It's barely how they work now. So
I was actually thinking about this on the drive home the other day. I don't know what we were I don't know what was on the radio exactly, but they were talking about, like, some band was talking about playing a song for their producers or whatever, and the way they reacted to it, and that's why it was on the album, you know, like some sort of like behind the scenes thing. And then I was like, wait a minute, like, it was playing it for my A&R guys. That's what he said, my A&R guys. I was like, are there any A&R ladies? Like, how much have women actually infiltrated music at the top?
Very few.
Because I don't think you see it as much as you see it in like movies and stuff. You see the infiltration because they have awards, and you see the directors, and you see the producers, and you see the names. I don't think it's not as visible in music. So, like, how much have women infiltrated music at the top that are making decisions?
Again, a handful. I mean, it feels like men really kept a close reins on those executive positions in the industry.
Yeah, and then
it's hard to get in regardless, but especially if you're a woman trying to get up that ladder.
Yeah. Well, because you're just supposed to be a sex symbol. That's why we destroyed Britney Spears and countless other young ladies along the way.
Exactly. And
she's supposed to speak in court. Britney Spears is gonna like testify in court. I saw.
Good.
For her like case.
To get her like freedom back?
I think so.
That would be good. Free Britney, bitch. And it's just sad. It's sad what the industry does to people. It reminds me of, you know, like watching stuff about Judy Garland and other, you know, studio actresses.
What happened to Judy Garland?
What
happened to Judy Garland?
So if you were a studio actress back in the day, so you used to have contracts with the different studios, and they owned your life, like everything about you. And so Judy Garland in particular had like, they put her on a lot of drugs, uppers and downers and all kinds of stuff to keep her skinny and it ends up breaking people. And lots of people were that way. They just dictated everything. What you look like, what you could wear, who you could date, where you, like, everything. They controlled your whole life. But if you wanted to be an actress in Hollywood, especially in the beginning of Hollywood, there was nothing but the contract studio actor. So you didn't have the way you see actors now, where they can work on whatever other projects they want. That didn't exist in the beginning. They were beholden to their production house or whatever. Yeah, it was really gross. And the men were sort of fine. But then I guess they're not, because you have like Rock Hudson and a bunch of other gay actors who have their own stories of woe because they had to be closeted really, really badly. So
Right. Yeah.
basically entertainment's fucked.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, on a lot of levels. On a lot of levels.
Like there's a huge price for fame.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, look, it's a huge price, even if you never make it to the part where you get fame. It's just a huge price being in the industry as an artist on any level.
Yep.
Unknown to megastar.
Oh yeah.
Also,
I think it's a little. It's getting a little bit better. All right, you can go blow your nose. I think it's a little bit better comparatively speaking, but it's not great. It's the absolute worst.
No, I mean, I'm sure obviously a lot of changes have been made over the years or over the decades or whatever, but there are still grody agents, you know, grody producers. Like it's because there are just so many levels of people that are involved in making a show, making a movie. Like,
well, there's huge gatekeepers. There's a lot of gatekeepers on the way. So, I mean, just because we got rid of Harvey Weinstein, don't you think that there isn't another one lurking on the sidelines somewhere? There's other people. Think about how many people were complicit in that. That didn't do anything.
Circle of people that just put blinders on.
Yeah, because there's people that have a ton of power. There's a ton of gatekeepers, and if you screw them, it's over.
Right.
You don't have a career. They don't have a career.
Exactly.
You know.
Exactly.
So a lot of things get to hide, and it's disgusting.
Icky.
That being said, I'm just gonna cry out again, people. Someone please
make this a movie.
We just need to see it come to life. This is all we're saying. We need to see it come to life.
Anybody of importance ever watching this, please make this a movie. Thank you.
Give the people what they want.
Please and thank you.
Any more comments about the book? Characters or anything?
I just really liked it. I'll play
what was
the
our
secretary.
official star rating?
I think I gave it 5.
I gave it 5.
I believe I also gave it 5.
I think my first gut was 4. And I'm being
stingy with my 5 stars now. Like I'm trying to be more critical, but like this deserved it.
It did. It did, for the writing, for the pacing, for the character development, for the actual story itself.
Oh no, I gave it everything. 4.
I give it 5.
But I thought when I ran it through Cawpile, I gave it 5. So maybe I didn't update it in my Goodreads. Because I think I started it at 4.
Right. I forgot you started doing that. But what is it, Cawpile system?
Yeah, it's character, atmosphere, writing, plot, intrigue, logic, and enjoyment. I know you rate those all on a scale of 1 to 10, and then that gives you a score. So there's I have it in an Excel spreadsheet, so I don't have to do math. But it basic. No, I gave it 4 stars, I guess.
I'm so.
We can sue me later.
See what she writes next.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
100%. I need more of whatever she's doing.
Yeah.
Because she's got some talent.
I'm curious. Oh yeah.
But it sounds like from the interview we watched, she's been working on this for quite a while.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how old she is, but she's definitely been out of school for a little while, and she was saying how she started writing this in college or something like that. So
I can Google her. Hold on.
I don't think she's old.
She's
definitely not 20.
Yeah, I mean, she's definitely an author to follow and to watch for sure. For sure.
Is this a debut novel, which is steeped in gold?
I think so.
I think it is.
Oh, she's beautiful. I didn't realize she was this pretty. This is her first novel.
Yeah.
So she graduated.
Did you look at her picture? She's gorgeous.
And
Because
yeah, I
it
follow
feels like
her
that.
on I think like TikTok or Twitter, one of them. So she graduated with her MFA in 2018. I don't know what that means.
That's her master's in fine arts. So, okay. So she's probably like
I want to guess
don't
late
know.
20s.
30.
You can't guess because you can go back to graduate school at any age.
See,
True.
that was what I was going
But she's
off
not
of.
20.
Yeah.
What's wrong?
That
Emma,
was
are
what I
you
was
having a
going
problem?
off of. Naomi ruined my system of guessing.
I ruined your what guessing?
My system of guessing.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I mean, it's true. You can go back at any time to get a master's.
Yeah, where's my copy of Witches Steeped in Gold? One moment.
I just keep wanting to call it the Gilded Witches, and it's not the
You
title.
want to call it the what?
Gilded
Oh,
Witches.
All right,
That's
they're
the gilded.
segue.
You're mixing the gilded ones, and Witches.
I'm mixing a lot of things. We know my brain doesn't work properly. Have we not figured that out yet? It makes weird connections, sticks to them, and then I can't break them.
I just really love.
Segue. If you don't know, our May picks are Witches Steeped in Gold and the ones we're meant to find. So those are
Which
our
I don't
picks
have yet.
for May. I don't
And
have either yet.
I got this in the Owl Crate, and I love what they did with the cover. And I believe that the ones we're meant to find is Owl Crate's May book.
You think so?
I think so.
I don't know
Because
anything about either of these, actually. I just know this
I
one's
really
really
don't
pretty.
either.
And the other one's
I
really
know
pretty.
they're both pretty. Gilded book titles, yeah, because there's Crown of Gilded Bones too.
I can't
So
with the
gilded
gilded.
is the word of the year. Is that the word?
It
of
must be
2021?
It's
Gilded and
usually a
gold.
buzzword. Everybody's gilded.
So read along with us. Join our Discord. We're going to read these two books from May.
Also, for our TBR Smut Down people, I believe we decided on Desperate Measures for the next one after Den of Vipers.
Is that what we're doing? I mean, I don't care.
thought-
As long as
That's
it's
what
better
we're
than
leaning towards.
Den of Vipers.
I still have to finish Den of Vipers, and we need to plan that
Ugh.
live show.
I couldn't imagine having that hanging over my head any longer than it was.
I haven't had time to read because of school, and now that I'm like almost finally done, like I only have a couple more things to do.
Is Desperate Measures on Kindle Unlimited at least?
I think so.
To save myself some money.
I probably will still order the physical copy because all of her books, like, look wonderful. They look horrible, but
Oh, it
and
does
wonderful.
look really
Robert?
pretty.
Is it
Katie
like
Roberts,
Okay.
Yeah, Katee Robert.
Yeah, I've got it. I just want to make sure because there's a lot of books titled Desperate Measures.
Not on Kindle Limited, but it does say read free. I'm very confused.
Wait, hold
Oh,
on. Hold on.
Amazon.
It has an audio book.
Just in case folks are wondering, so we had a buddy read just in our own personal group. We were reading Den of Vipers together, and then
why do we have TBR
somehow
Smutdown?
Right, so somehow Alyssa said we should just have a thing. We're going to call it TBR Smutdown, where we read smut
I think-
books. So
Oh, did I say that?
yes,
I think
yes.
It's
Are we sure it
distinctly
wasn't me?
I
think I said TBR
I
Smut
think Emma
Down.
did it.
Oh, I thought Alyssa said it.
No, I think
Emma
it was
did it.
me because I was the one
Oh.
getting really excited about it.
Well, folks,
But
but
for-
for thing now, TBR Smutdown, we're going to choose a smut book to read and just have a good time with it together. So
Yeah, so the paperback
join our
for Desperate
Discord for all the
Measures
goodness.
it's $11.69 for the paperback and $4.99 on Kindle, which isn't that bad.
And it's like $7.50 to add the audiobook on top of it. I just added the audiobook on top of the Kindle. So for like $11, I have both.
And it's a whole series, which I'm excited for.
I was just
Okay,
trying to
maybe I'll
find my
do-
iPad. It's right here with you beautiful Twitch people. I was like, oh, let me go to my iPad and see what this book is like. I can't.
No, not yet.
Not yet. Must wait. All
I
right.
you know what? I got my tax part one of my tax refund today, so maybe I will just get the paperback.
I paid my
not feel
mortgage
bad
today,
about it.
so the big deal is done.
Period.
I can live again.
So when are we starting Desperate Measures? What's the start date, Emma?
Do we want to start May 1st? I can try to get. I can't read what. I was so confused when I got the invite.
It was a spur of the moment thing.
This is why y'all gotta tune into the lives, because things happen on these lives, and yeah,
things happen, and it's, you know what, it's really fun. I think we can start the 1st, which is what, Saturday, because you know what, since I have time now, I'll just marathon Den of Vipers this evening, and hopefully I don't get like gross symptoms from my vaccine, and I can just
I thought you were going to say gross symptoms from reading it.
that too. Hopefully I don't throw up from reading it.
that's funny.
You might.
hopefully
You haven't
this
gotten
one's
to the knife
good.
scene.
Also, just for
And
self-plug,
these are short.
I may or may not be hosting one. I'm definitely hosting one, maybe if not 2 readathons next month.
Oh.
My friend Sarah and I are hosting a spring cleaning readathon that we were going to do in April, but then school happened. And then I think I'm doing another one on Discord, but I need to talk to my friend about that one for May. But I definitely need to finish organizing that. Hello? Are you going to listen?
Hey, are we reading Midnight Library this month?
What happened now? What was that?
While I'm writing down my buddy reads, are we reading Midnight Library and or Blindness this month?
Blindness for sure. That was actually just shipped out, I think, the other day. So
Is that a passing book?
No,
Also,
we
plus-
haven't figured out our next passing book, but we have to reread Passing and make our next show. That's a different thing. And
Another plug for
we don't know about
everybody
Midnight
watching.
Library yet.
Let's just say yes, so we can both. Yes, add that to the list. Yes.
Okay.
I had to turn it back into the library because it was already late. But it is.
And don't forget you agreed to lore.
Oh, I'm still waiting on that.
Oh.
From two different library systems. I'm still waiting on it.
Somehow I agreed to reading 50 books. It's not going to happen, but
oh my.
Alyssa, add on Katie's book. Well, we can read that. This
what was it called again? I was drunk.
Voyager.
What was it called?
Blood Voyager.
I was drunk.
I remember.
I don't remember the name of it. Don't drink at Amazon.
No, actually, Alyssa, do a video where you drink and then buy books on Amazon. That way you're surprised when they come in the mail.
Oh boy.
Please.
What I want to do is there's an indie bookstore not too far from me that does it's a used bookstore that does like mystery book boxes where I guess you fill in a thing and then they send you a bunch of used books. So I want to kind of do that. Why?
First of all, you own too many books. Do you really think they're going to mail you books you don't already own? Ma'am, we are not playing that game here today.
Well, no, but then she could send them to us because we may not have them.
That's exactly why. Like, there are 2 or 3 book clubs that I would love to join, subscription boxes that I would love to join, but I don't because they pick the book for you. I can't do that.
But see, here's the thing.
Mama,
Here's what I like. I say you should do it, but that's just me. For like Owl Crate,
the bookstore already in her house.
That's okay. There's always room for more.
But they're going to send her duplicates. She's already going to own the book.
How do you know they're going to send her duplicates? They may not send her duplicates.
She has all the books.
Anyway, for like
all the books. I don't have all the books. I have a lot of them.
Like for Owl Crate, they give you enough of a description for you to like go on Goodreads and look at that month's releases and match it up. So like that's
I wonder if you guys can tell me what this book is. And by you guys, I mean Emma, because it's a YA book. Let's see if I still have it in here. Okay. So it's the next Spearcraft box. The theme is From Tokyo with Love. And says our May book is described as the Princess Diaries meets Crazy Rich Asians, refreshing, spot on story of an ordinary Japanese American girl who discovers that her father is the Crown Prince of Japan.
I think that's the name of the book.
You think that's the name of the book, From Tokyo with Love?
Because there is a book coming out on May 11th called From
There's
Tokyo
solutions,
with Love.
Naomi.
Exactly.
Oh, there is a book coming out for Tokyo, expected on May 4th. Would that already be in the box?
This one says May 11th.
Oh, May 11th. I just can't read. I just make up things. Is that what is this what it's about? Is it about a girl who, let's see.
I don't know. That's what I thought, but there's also a book coming out next month. It's got a blue cover that could be, that's from Little Tokyo with Love. Tokyo new release YA
I don't know
book.
what's happening here with these YA.
Tokyo Ever After by Miko G.
Tokyo Ever After?
Tokyo Ever After. That's a terrible title.
Yeah, it's this
by Emiko Jean.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Princess Diaries meets. So this is the book. Is it supposed to be good?
I don't know. It gets released May 18th. Let me see if there's any reviews in for it yet.
It's 240
for it.
Okay, never mind then. There's not on. I can't find them on Amazon.
Y'all, can I marry a cover? No, you can't.
It looks good.
All right. Because remember, I have the speaking of subscription boxes, I have that subscription box that I got on the last time we did a live, and I was like, I didn't know that I was getting this anymore. I thought I canceled it, and then I got the thing. So that's book 2. That's box 2 of 3 in my last renewal. So I guess that's the next book. We'll see.
So you have how many subscription boxes? You got Book of the Month. You've got.
I got Book of the Month and Unplugged, and then this one Lingering, Spearcraft.
Okay.
But that's going away. So I just have Unplugged and Book of the Month.
Okay.
I used to have Bookish Box too, but
if I had money, I would either I would get another Bookish box. It would be either a Lumicrate or the Adult Unplugged box.
I would like a Lumicrate. I would like to try it.
They announced their June theme today, and it sounds so wonderful. And I found the book after a little bit of digging, and it just, oh my god, it looks so good.
But
it's just very
fantasy, right?
I don't know what they do.
I just know they're expansive
because they're British.
They have to come from the UK.
Oh, okay, I see.
I
see.
Is Unplugged in America?
Yep. They're in America. They ship internationally, but they're in America. I just think they do a nice job of not
and I liked all the books you've gotten from them, that they all look interesting. And I like the one you got last month and the Mask of Mirrors one. And they send you new paperbacks, and I like that.
Yeah, they have a good selection. I think I've read the most. I honestly think I've read, of all of my subscription boxes, I've read the most from that and from Book of the Month. Like everything else, I don't know if I've read. They're kind of just lingering around. Because they're sometimes really good books, but then you often get these in between really amazing YA books. There's like the dud months where you just kind of get a random book. And I don't really want to just read. Like I have so many retellings that I have no interest in reading.
Wow.
Emma's like, I'll take them. One day I will go through them because, like I said, like Naomi said, I have the library. I don't have the library though, because I don't have all the Trollope.
You guys did I send you guys? So I had to pick up all my books off the floor and stack them. I can't show Twitch, but I can show YouTube.
That's kind of what my life looks like.
Oh. Wow.
I Tetrised a little bit.
That's kind of what my life looks like.
I mean, I definitely have to do something about my book situation here. My bookcases, the back has come off.
Oh. Like
They're
officially?
not off, but like they're hanging on by like the nails at the top, the screws at the top. It's just a hot mess in here. So there's that. I would also like shelves that have like wider. I want a wider shelf. My shelves are narrow. I want a wider shelf, but I don't know. It's a mess, guys. It's a mess.
We will figure it all out one day, and then
One day.
we'll die.
One day. Yeah, one day.
One day we'll die.
All
Anyway.
right. So before we end this, let me try to wrap up what we're all doing because it's a lot. All right. TBR Lowdown. Follow us on Instagram at TBR Lowdown.
Correct.
Follow us on Twitch, TBR Lowdown. Okay, we're now streaming
myself in the...
for our reading sprints and live discussions on YouTube at Nerdy Nursery's channel and on Twitch, TBR Lowdown.
We're doing Twitch for the reading sprints too?
We're doing Twitch whenever we do YouTube. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Now,
I love you, Emma, so much.
In addition, we now have all of our chats on Discord. So go to our Instagram at TBR Lowdown. The link's in the bio. Join our Discord. All the shenanigans happen over there. Here's our mascot, my grandson.
We love you, Caleb.
Alyssa and I have a fantastic reading rabbit hole that we are in. It's called The Passing Reading Project. Follow the hashtag on Instagram to see all of our IG updates. We will also be doing a live show.
We have to decide when we're doing that.
Right. We'll be doing live shows on the Stereo app for
and
the
Twitch.
Passing Reading Project and Twitch. So go to Stereo, follow Nerdiness Reads, follow me, Book Lady Reads on Stereo for the live shows for hashtag The Passing Reading Project, which will also be streaming on the TBR Lowdown Twitch account. Have I missed anything?
If you want to read Passing and join our discussion, it's super short.
Passing is our first book. If you want to know what the Passing Reading Project is, go to my IG or Nerdy Nursery's IG, and there is a video there of our first episode, which is all introductory about what the project is and what we're going to be reading first and how you can read along and join us in the discussion.
The video is on your IG and TBR Lowdown IG and on my YouTube.
Boom.
So,
and on my YouTube, but it's my fake YouTube. Because
my fake YouTube.
I've only got
your
only got
Foob tube.
There. My Foob tube. Am I missing anything?
No, we just have to pick off camera our next day to do our stereo because I have a schedule now. So
you hear that, folks? All right. So, thank you to those who have left wonderful comments of encouragement and support under episode 1 for the Passing Reading Project on my Instagram. I appreciate it.
Yes, I've been trolling the comments too.
As Alyssa just said, we're going to schedule the second episode where we'll dig into the first half of Passing by Nella Larson. So thank you. We appreciate it. Did I get everything?
Look, Caleb and I can dance. Because we're the children on this show.
I'm just going to add, because I never plug this in any TBR Lowdown stuff, but I have an Etsy shop with bookmarks. If anybody ever needs bookmarks, Bookish Emma bookmarks.
And our smut down is villains, right? It's like
villains. And our smut down is Desperate Measures by Katie Robert.
And if you just give us a minute, we'll throw Emma's wonderful bookmark Etsy shop link in our bio at TBR Lowdown on IG.
Thank you.
But if you want to go get your Disney bookmarks, Miss Emma's got them.
For the Disney smut.
We love
continuity, segues. I'm getting sweaty. I need to open the windows.
All right. Thanks y'all for tuning in.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See you later.
Bye.
Goodbye, Caleb.